Well, hello there. It's so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So, today we are doing your daily tarot reading. This is good for Tuesday, July 26th. So, we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards and clarify with the tarot. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's get into this reading. Oh my goodness. Okay, great achievement. I feel like you have a certain goal in mind here. A certain goal. Seven of Pentacles, time and energy. Putting a lot of time and energy into something, but I feel like it's not working out the way that you wanted it to. You know, it's interesting because with this energy, I almost got this like a diploma, say like a diploma. You know, in order to earn a diploma, there's certain criteria you have to meet at the school, right? Certain classes you have to take, you have to perform at a certain level. You know, the diploma has specific expectations in order to earn it. And I feel like that is part of this energy here, is that your expectations about something that you're trying to create, or a relationship, your life in general, there's these certain expectations, and you're having a hard time getting the expectations to come in the way that you wanted them to come in. And you put a lot of time and energy into it. So I feel like you're kind of sad because it's like, yeah, I put a lot of time and energy into it. I was expecting this, but it's as if you got to graduation, okay, and you thought you were getting a nursing degree, right? And then you get up there and they say, no, you got a mechanical engineer degree. You earned something different. And you're like, what? I don't want to be a mechanical engineer. Yeah, really interesting, because here you are, this is your present energy. What you don't realize is that you are a leader. The energy I'm getting here is that you are a spiritual healer, teacher, guide. The King of Wands is somebody that is inspirational, motivational to other people, that is willing to walk their own path. And yet at the same time, it's kind of like, I feel like you signed up for this, like, you know, a soul contract or something. You've accepted this path even in this lifetime, but now you're walking it, and it's not the way that you expected it to be. There's a sadness. There's a true sadness. It's not necessarily that you want to give this up, but at the same time, you're kind of wondering, like, how much farther can I walk on this path? Because I feel an intense tightening in my heart chakra. I really feel like there's this energy of feeling very alone. Like, the King of Wands here is playing his own drum, his own tune on the drum, but it's like nobody is appreciating it. Nobody's following you. Nobody, you know, there's this energy of, I'm out here doing this all by myself, and I'm lonely. It's almost as if you're lonely. So you could be an artist creating art and not finding anybody that appreciates it or willing to pay for it. You could be a Reiki healer, you know, and you're struggling because you only have a couple of clients, but you know, that's not enough to bring you the abundance that you are looking for in this situation. So let's go ahead and clarify this. Yeah, Three of Swords on the bottom. It's almost this energy of I just have to keep plodding along. And underneath here, there's so much beautiful energy. The Six of Pentacles, giving and getting, allowing, giving and allowing in equal. The universe helping you along, trying to decide, do I stay on this path? Am I going to find victory? But the energies are that you will find a victory and abundance on this path. But I feel like you don't feel it in your heart. It could be. You could be, listening to this tarot reading. You could be listening to other tarot readers, right? And there's almost this energy of, yes, you're going to achieve what it is that you want, whatever this is, the abundance, the joy, the happiness, yes, this is your path, and you're on the path, and you're kind of like, wait a minute, this is not the way that I thought this was going to go. This is not meeting my expectations. I really wanted a nursing degree. Why am I a mechanical engineer? Because here's your obstacle. Look at this sadness. You've had to say goodbye to a lot of things. You've had a lot of things end in your life. These could be people, you could be walking your spiritual path and people around you, are not understanding it, are questioning you, maybe even questioning a little bit of your sanity with, this is the breadcrumbing energy. Yeah, like when I started this channel, some people in my life, I guess you could say don't believe in tarot, they started distancing themselves from me. Some people, really had unkind things to say. And it's very painful because I feel like you are walking the path that you are meant to walk. The King of Wands is the spiritual leader, the spiritual teacher, the spiritual guide for other people. Shining the light, carrying the torch for others. But I feel like you're kind of coming up against one loss after another. So let's see what we have here. The Magician, the Three of Cups, Temperance, Eight of Cups, walking your path, staying there. You're trying to manifest, bringing people together. If you're not resonating that it's your spiritual path, it could be like trying to bring together people that are like-minded, or like maybe bringing your family together if there's been some conflict, people that you work with. It's taking a lot of patience. You are on the right path. You are going to bring these people together. I really feel like the King of Wands is on the right path. It's just taking a tremendous amount of time. And I feel like you're putting a lot of time and energy into this, but you're almost like being drained. Okay, so your advice here, and I'm sitting with this just for a minute. Okay, so your advice here, if you're resonating with this about blazing this new path, okay, blazing a path to help other people in some way, as a healer, a teacher, a guide, if you're resonating with this, the difficulty that you're having is that you really do know your spiritual purpose. You are on the right path. And yet at the same time, it seems like people are leaving your life. You're not bringing in the abundance that you're hoping for or needing at this time. So it's almost like this energy of, yes, this is really what I'm meant to do. And then in the 3D world, almost having doors slammed in your face, or, you know, just one difficult thing after another, especially in relationships, I think. This is so disappointing. It's just you're just questioning the whole thing. Because here we have the back and forth energy. What Spirit wants you to know is that you're allowing these outside forces. Some of these people, these relationships, do need to be eliminated or put to the side, or however you have to do that, right? So that you have a clear path forward. There's a lot of time and energy that you're putting into focusing on what you are losing by walking the spiritual path instead of what is ahead for you, because you can't see this. So it's almost as if you have to walk your own talk. And that's really difficult at this time. But by being able to walk, wow, this is intense. By walking your own talk, okay? By staying focused on what your spiritual purpose is, even though there are people around you that are doubting you, that are causing you to doubt this path. You are gaining extra strength, courage, wisdom. Other people that are watching you are being inspired by what you're doing. They're not speaking up at this time. And they're not speaking up because it's almost like you're being persecuted in some way. Almost an energy of feeling like, I'm not saying that there aren't any people in your life or clients that are enjoying what you're doing, but there's almost this energy of there's more people that are closer to you. Okay, so like your clients and those people, right, are not super close to you personally. So they may be celebrating you and celebrating what you're doing, but the people that are closest to you don't get it, right? And so it's kind of like, well, the people that are closest to me matter so much to me. They do. They do. But you're also allowing them to pull you back into or question your own path forward. It's about your one day you're kind of like, yes, I'm the King of Wands, I'm putting myself out there. And then the next day you're kind of like, no, I can't do this anymore. I'm tired. So the advice here is that you have to stay as much as you possibly can in the forward motion of looking at what it is that you are going to gain out of this situation, even though you cannot see it yet. I think you're starting to question that. Should I give this up and just go back to the old way I was? But by doing that, you're just going to be holding yourself back. You're going to be sabotaging your own happiness. This back and forth motion, it's kind of like, it's like you have to commit. And I know that's really, for some of you, that could be really difficult. It's like a time where you have to commit. You have to commit to that path. And yes, I feel like, you feel like there's going to be more people leaving your life or more loss ahead if you commit. So let's see. Yeah, your Nine of Cups is ahead. Your wishes will be granted. There's the energy that they will. You're blocking it yourself. And this is kind of difficult, right? You're blocking it yourself because you're really questioning yourself. Instead of having this confidence, here's the Queen, the King and Queen of Wands. Yes, you will have true love ahead. Yes, there will be people that see things the same way you do, that want to create kind of the world that you want to create. It's about putting it out to the universe and saying, okay, I'm committing. I'm 100% committing, right? I'm no longer going to block this. I'm making the decision to move forward. They're giving me this scenario. It's kind of like, like if you've ever been on a diet and say it's a regimented diet. Okay. And you say, I'm committing to this diet, right? I'm committing. I want to lose 10 pounds. I'm committing to this diet. And you're doing really good on day 1, 2, and 3. And then day 4, one of your friends calls you up and says, hey, let's go out to dinner or something like that. And you're like, well, that's really not on my diet, but oh my goodness, yeah, I want to go have fun. Okay, so when you do that, what you're doing is you're putting yourself back. You get on the scale the next morning, you've gained back 2 pounds, okay? Something like that. The energy here is that you have to, what Spirit's wanting you to know is that you have to commit, and it's going to be difficult. I don't think it's going to be easy. You have to put your time and energy and commit to moving forward and not allowing. I feel like you may have vampires around you, that vampire energy pulling you back. And what you have to do is understand that the universe has your back. Because look, it came out on the table like this. The universe has your back. As long as you're moving forward, the universe is going to keep sneaking up and having your back every step of the way. But if you take this step backwards, right? It's almost like you're stepping on the universe. You're stepping on the universe's toes. It's about allowing the universe to keep your back. It's almost as if you're giving up on yourself. It is difficult. I can feel the energy, the sadness. I mean, there's a lot of sadness here. We also have the 5 of Pentacles, There's a lot of sadness here. But I am also going to show you what's underneath all that sadness. The Empress and new supportive connections and friends and colleagues and the loving woman. Building a new life that is going to be spectacular. I think it's just so hard at this time to truly step forward. I think up until this point, I think you've been on this path for a while, but maybe it was a side business. So it wasn't the way of life for you, right? So it was a side business, or it was a dream, or it was something that you were hoping you could do one day. And now it's kind of like the universe is saying, no, now it's time. We have to push you forward. You have no choice. You cannot go backwards anymore. And it's sad, in some ways you're feeling this sadness because you can't see yet what is ahead. Your words create worlds. Yeah. You are creating your new world. If you are sitting there saying, wow, this is really intense, because I feel like you're the King of Wands, but if you're looking at everything that is leaving you, the people that are leaving you, because you are blazing your own path, you're going in a new direction. You're inspired. You have soul's purpose behind you, right? You're living the life that you are meant to live. But there's a little bit of energy of concentrating on what you're losing. So if you're moving forward and you're saying, well, I'm going on my spiritual path, but I know there's not going to be anybody there with me because I'm moving forward, but people are leaving my life really fast. Then that's what you're going to create. But if you focus, okay, and say to yourself and say to the world, I'm going on my spiritual path. I'm embracing my soul's purpose. I am going to play my drum as loud as I possibly can, right? And soon I will meet other people that are like-minded, that agree, that want to celebrate with me. It may take some time, but they are out there and I am heading that way. Then those are the words that are going to create that world of celebrating. Yeah, really interesting energy here because I feel like this has kind of been coming out in some of the zodiac readings too, is that we are creating what it is that we want in the future, but it's the words that we use, focusing on what we are moving towards, even if we're not sure what that is at this time, instead of concentrating on what may be leaving our life at this time. there's a definite upheaval with this Saturn return and everything. So, yeah. So really, please take good care of yourself. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Be compassionate and inspirational at the same time. But really do take really good care of yourself, and maybe try to distance yourself a little bit from the, the vampire energies around you. Understanding that that is all part of the process. So I'll leave it there. I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. And I wish you so much love and light in this situation and in all your situations. Bye for now. I hope to see you tomorrow.